My name's Alec Baker. I'm land agent for the Elan Valley Trust. The Trust are responsible for the management of some 45,000 acres of land in mid Wales. The land was originally acquired in the 1890s by Birmingham Corporation to meet their aspirations of providing the conurbation of Birmingham with a plentiful supply of potable water. The estate, as I say, comprises of 45,000 acres. It includes 29 tenanted farms, and we farm about 8,000 acres ourselves directly for the Elan Valley Trust. Today we're on one of the in-hand farms known as Penglynainan. It's in the old county of Radnorshire. It's a 400-acre farm, 160 hectares I think in modern currency. It is within a Tirgovel agri-environment scheme, and the meadows that we're looking at today are sites of special scientific interest. I firmly believe the reason that we've got all these beautiful hay meadows in the Elan Valley, and it's quite a significant proportion of the number nationally, is the fact that it is a water catchment area. The estate is here to provide a water supply to Birmingham and to other parts of the locality. The tenancy agreements that we have with our tenants restrict the amount of chemical fertilisers and manures that can be applied, and indeed application is only permitted with the written consent of the landlord, in this case the Elan Valley Trust. Some 7 years ago the Elan Valley Trust and CCW in partnership embarked upon what is known as the Elan Valley Meadows project. This is a project aimed at enhancing the diversity of these species-rich meadows, whilst also attempting to improve their value agriculturally. As SSSI meadows, the application of farmyard manure and artificial manure and lime is strictly controlled, and the yield of hay that was coming off these meadows was declining. So the project is aimed at increasing the diversity and also increasing the yield of grass that comes off the fields, which could then be used in a wider context to persuade other farmers that hay meadows can be both interesting floristically and of value agriculturally. The area in front of us is an example of one of the plots. This particular plot has had a heavy application of cattle manure, which has obviously increased the growth. The heaviest application appears to be affecting the diversity, the floristic diversity, but the medium application would seem to be the optimum level whereby the floristic diversity can be increased and the hay yield can be maintained. The basic management regime of these meadows is that we have to turn stock off by the 15th of May each year. The stock have to be off then until it's cut. We are allowed to cut after the 15th of July, but in reality we never cut until probably the first week of August. Thereafter, stock are allowed to graze the meadows at prescribed levels through our Tirgovel agreement, and they're grazed throughout the autumn and winter, with heavy grazing in the spring months. I mean, apart from attempting to enhance these meadows from an agricultural point of view, visits to the meadows form an integral part of our annual events programme, and we have days when members of the public are allowed to or encouraged to come and visit these magnificent meadows. We also have days when Tirgovel officers come and have training days. The hay which we make off this field is extremely palatable to sheep. It has a lovely traditional smell. Our big problem is that once the sheep have eaten this hay, it's very difficult to persuade them to eat the bought-in hay that we have, which is more predominantly ryegrass. We attempt to buy meadow hay, but in this day and age it's very difficult to come by. one of the issues that we have in maintaining and restoring these important meadows is the encroachment of bracken, and you can see behind me where it's creeping in from the field edges, and we undertake an annual program of bracken clearance by a range of different methods. We're hoping to spray some with knapsack sprayer. We do a significant amount of bracken bruising. We've got a roller which we tow behind a quad bike, and we also do quite a lot of strimming each year. So the control of the bracken is integral to the scheme.
Do you think there ought to be more projects like this?
I'm not sure that there needs to be more projects like this. There certainly needs to be more hay meadows like this. And if this project, if the findings from this project can be built into the prescriptions of future agri-environment schemes such as glass tier, and other farmers encouraged to recreate hay meadows such as this, well, yes, that's got to be a good thing.